Now let's finish it off with a quick discussion here about the best title, or I should say the best booked title in WWE in 2025. There's a lot of different options that you could go with in this one. I've loved what they've done with the World Heavyweight Championship since WrestleMania. I understood the desire to put the belt on Jey Uso, but the way that they did it with Gunther tapping out, I didn't like it. Wasn't a fan of it. But since WrestleMania, Jey Uso's title run, I thought was exactly what it needed to be. Gunther winning back the title, great. Him retiring Goldberg with that title was great. And then what we saw at SummerSlam between Gunther and CM Punk, one of the best matches that we have seen for that championship belt since it was reestablished a couple years ago. Not only to have that match happen, but then to have the cash in with Seth Rollins and what we've seen since, it feels important. And it feels like that is right now, especially because Cody Rhodes just came off of an extended break while he was filming Street Fighter. That feels like the championship belt at the moment in WWE, with CM Punk in and around the orbit, with Seth Rollins holding it as the head of a very, very powerful group in the Vision that's picking up steam week after weekend, with the OTC Roman Reigns waiting in the wings to potentially vie for that title as well. It feels like it might be the most important title in WWE right now, especially in the main event scene. So I like what they've done with the World Heavyweight Championship since WrestleMania. I've liked what they've done with the SmackDown tag titles as well. Maybe just the SmackDown tag division as a whole. It was a group with no clear leader, and then the Wyatt Six return, and they take charge of that tag division. We've had great tables, ladders, and chairs matches. We've had a lot of different contenders vie for that title, and we still have a lot of really talented teams that could vie for that title going forward, and a lot of meat left on that bone. So I like what they've done with that. Obviously, Tiffany Stratton, as you see below, if you're watching us on YouTube at Nick Belsky on YouTube, longest reign as of this recording, most current defenses of any champion as of this recording. That's also been really good. But to me, the best booked title to this point in 2025, undoubtedly, is the Women's Intercontinental Championship. And let's not forget, this is a title that did not exist 1 year ago. This title debuted on January 13th when Lyra Valkyria won a tournament to become the first ever Women's Intercontinental Champion. And then she took it and established it. I know Becky Lynch has it now, and we'll get to Becky Lynch. But this title was established. The roots were built off of Lyra Valkyria successfully defending it 5 times in the lead up to WrestleMania 41. She had a great feud with Becky Lynch after WrestleMania 41. And since then, the title has become probably, let me know in the comment section if I'm off base here, probably the most important undercard title, or the most valued undercard title on either roster. Obviously, you have the world titles. SmackDown, you have the WWE Women's Championship, and you have the undisputed WWE Championship, and then what you have on Raw, the 2 World Heavyweight Championships and the Women's World Championship. But outside of those 4, at number 5, because it's not a World Championship, and you might be able to put it over top of those as far as importance, is the Intercontinental Championship in the women's division. Because Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria, not only did Lyra establish it, she then had a very, very good feud with Becky Lynch, a feud that elevated that title, elevated its importance, and elevated it on every single PLE card that we saw between WrestleMania and current day. Because even this WrestlePalooza weekend, even though it wasn't on the line, it set up AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental Championship. And even hearing those words, where in January of this year, not only was it unfathomable that AJ Lee would be in WWE, it wasn't completely confirmed that Becky Lynch was coming back. She was saying she was retired. She was enjoying, going off and doing other things. So it wasn't a guarantee that she was going to return, let alone return and help establish this belt alongside her fellow countrywoman in Lyra Valkyria. Lynch, since taking it over, has 6 title defenses defenses, really getting back to the root of what intercontinental championships in general are meant to be in WWE. It's the working man's title, and it's the man's working title now under the arm of Becky Lynch. She has defended successfully against Lyra Valkyria on multiple different occasions. She successfully defended against Bayley as well. She's defended against Maxine Dupree, against Natalya, against Hall of Famer Nikki Bella, and now she's probably going to have to go up against AJ Lee. And if she defends that one, I have a hard time looking at any other resume of any current champions and saying they are better than what Becky Lynch has been able to do in her 108 days and counting with that women's intercontinental championship. But like I mentioned, I like the World Heavyweight Championship since Mania. It's been good. I like the Smackdown tag division. It's been entertaining week in and week out. I'll even throw the United States title out there because since Sami Zayn has won it, the U.S. title open challenge has kind of revitalized that segment of Friday Night SmackDown, defending against John Cena to kick things off. It's the best way to do it, right? Defending against Rey Fenix in a great match, defending against Carmelo Hayes last week in a great match. Sami Zayn is resurrecting the United States Championship on Friday Night SmackDown, and he's putting together a reign that's going to help elevate that title the same way that Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria, both of them together, have elevated the Women's Intercontinental Champion. Just as of right now, in my opinion, that's the one to beat. That is the best booked title in 2025. Let me know in the comments section, what do you believe is the best booked title in WWE in the year 2025?